So, the second part of guard retention is framing. What the heck's framing? From Tyrone's perspective, you're there, bro. As a guard passing perspective, he wants the close space. So say he got bullfight grips, he cuts the angle. He wants to get his head and shoulders and chest as close to my head, shoulders and chest. My goal is to create space. Okay, now if he's beat my legs, most of the movement drills that we did incorporated our legs. So in other words, I can bring my leg over and start. So I was using my legs. But maybe he's beat my legs. Say he's made Forehand grips with their freeze. So to stop the distance now, I need to use my arms. The important part is I'm not pushing him away. So in other words, as he's close to the space, it's not me physically pushing away, because it's my arms against his whole body, and I'm just going to get tired. The idea about framing is I'm not pushing him away. I'm just keeping him at a certain distance so my legs can come back in again. Okay, now it's better to frame with structures. So in other words, say Tyrone's on his knees and I just put one arm on him and one hand behind. If he drives into me now with the shoulders, I've made a structure with my right arm. And especially when I've made a base with my left hand drive in, it's effortless. But if this arm was bent and he drives in, now it's a wee bit more harder, because now I'm having to use muscular strength to keep him back. So anytime we make frames, we want to be trying to make a structure with our body. So we have alignment with our bones and it's effortless. It's just like a frame and a wedge. So obviously we have different types of frames and we have different positions where I would put them. To keep it really, really simple, just you're on this side, bro. The first frame we're looking at, you're in your knees. First frame we're looking at is a forehand frame. This would be the frame you would use when your opponent's at his furthermost from you. So let's just say he's made Forehand grips, he's on his feet, and he's cut the angle. Okay, perfect. And this is the distance he is away from me now. His goal is to try and get as close to me as possible. My goal is to make a frame. So all I'm using is my forehand. I'm going to put it on the closest part of his body. So in this particular instance, it's Tyrone's left shoulder. He wants to spike my body from this position. Perfect. So my hand is going to make a frame, and I just push it away. Notice the way I have made a structure, so it's not a bent arm. So if he comes a little closer, it's not there. That would be difficult for me to maintain. So I'm pushing to here. Now I'm not trying to push him away, I'm keeping him at a distance. So now from there I can start to bring a knee in and possibly get my feet on the inside, and now I'm back into he's between my legs. Let's look at that one more time. So the frame that I use when he's furthest away is a forehand frame. It's just like me reaching out, and again I want to keep that frame straight. I don't want him bending that. So then I'm having to use muscular strength and not mechanical strength. So say from there he makes Forehand grips, he cuts the angle on him here. So we've two ways of doing this. One, I stiff arm it with one arm, and now from this position the goal is now to start bringing back in my feet, and now I'm back into guard. That's one way. Or against maybe someone who's really a lot heavier than me, when he cuts the angle I can use two arms. Okay, notice the way I have straight arms from that position. And again, now I'm here, see the way he's kind of made grips in my pants. We can start using one of the body movement drills now in corporation with framing. So I could use this to push back, to start bringing in my feet. Maybe I'm coming to the point where he's not letting me bring my feet and he's really driving. So now from here we can go to one of our other safety positions, whereby I'll use that space that I've created to physically come to my knees, and then we're back into all our positions from there. So that's our first frame, the forehand frame.